Hey everyone, we are back with Beyoken's Sync Fiery Info. We're up against Whizzard, and this is Terrificy. They actually won the Jinteki.net Open last night for me, so last week for everyone else. This opening hand, Dead Raven on HQ, could be pretty fun. Drive him into the, what's it called? Tag taking. Ugh. Anyway, think we mulligan though. We won't break a news earlier. This is a better hand for us. We can get our Turnpike and Data Raven online. And we get a hedge fund as well. So let us Ice hedge fund. Put this on R&D, just because that's where the kitties are currently housing. And there we go. So this person is probably well aware of this deck, how to play about it, all of that. And as you can see, we know exactly what we're coming up against. DDoS Obelisk right out the gate. So we need to get our resistor up here sooner rather than later. Data Raven also works. So let's draw and play 2. Data Raven on HQ. I suppose we could put resistor on R&D. They have the paper clipper already, and they do have cuddly events, but hopefully we can cause them some food for thought. We are basically just looking for our 2-1s, get them out the door ASAP. They're getting their medium, Faust. We know they have Obelisk in hand, so they are almost ready to go. If we score here, we can't res both, so I'm going to just take a moment. There is breaking news as well. And let's put this on Archives, just in case of Omer. I believe that's how you're actually supposed to start up against Anarch these days, is get all 3 things iced and work from there. All the same old things. If they have found Siphon, they're in a much better position. There's the DDoS. So we have Data Raven on the inside here, which is good. Turnpike is fine, but let's get our first score while we can, because this is the one that we need. This is the one we want to keep, and it's the one that powers our game plan as well. And we can still afford to res what we need. They are powering through their deck, and that is without using Obelisk, which is surprising. I'm surprised they haven't made some big charge here, because they do have Faust. We might as well take a look, right? Fort goes. We can get ourselves some money. Let's draw up again. Kitty Cat in hand is kind of fine. We could stick down the Jackson as a bait. We could also put the 15 minutes down. How likely are they to get money soon? Let's put the Jackson down. We can try and get them with the hard-hitting news. And work from there. If they leave it off, then we get to power through our deck, look for other breaking newses and other tech that we need. Perhaps they're looking for a Plascrete, and I'm not too sure of the timing of this inject, because as you can see, they're very over their hand limit. They have to trash an awful lot of cards. A food which isn't much good to us, so we could just score this while they don't have anything. It's not a great idea, because if they steal it, we can get it back. But it does enable the 24/7 into Boom. They don't have Obelisk online yet. They haven't been taking tags, so we're in the clear on that front. And they're just day jobbing, so now they have the money to get the runs going. Let's draw 2. We can keep the cat in hand. I think we just hedge fund and take a credit here. We'll pitch the global food. And I don't think we need to do anything about it just yet. Now, unfortunately, Data Raven is the one that's in line to be DDoSed. So we need one more piece of ice, stick it on the outside, and make sure that Data Raven comes online on both servers. So they're going to run into Turnpike, which is annoying. They've already ditched a forked as well, so that's really good for us. But they are going to break here. We will shuffle to get rid of this and 2 hedges. We can hit them with the hard-hitting news now. No, Hades Shard, of course. So they're getting themselves in a much better position. 2 kitties. We need... let's draw one. Not quite what we want. Could put the Jackson down. We need a 3rd piece of ice, but we're not going to get it. What do we pitch out of this? They're all really good. I think we'll take a credit and pitch you for the moment. Here's Obelus. So now we're ready to go. DDoS. But Raven comes online, which is good. Are they going to break? Nope, they are not. So here we go. This is how it begins. And that just makes our resistor more and more powerful. And we're going to get to score a kitty at the same time. That's amazing. So that works out really, really well for us. They get to draw a ton of cards, which is pretty sweet. But their maximum hand size is still only +1. So DDoS is the rest of the turn, right? So we can get up to 4 points with this other kitty. There is an exchange in there somewhere. So they need to find their rebirth soon as well. And if they take... so unfortunately Raven doesn't get going here. Turnpike does. Presumably they'll take the tag on this one as well. And hopefully Kitty. No, Jackson. That's unfortunate. So we're looking for closed accounts. Then we can observe and destroy. And that turns on our boom. Resistor is also really good. There's our closed accounts. And then we can take out Obelus, which isn't bad. We can also flip and try and get rid of the same old things. Or we can get rid of medium, which loses us the game. And it's also their draw engine. And they've pitched another medium. So that might not be bad, because we know there's no boom coming just yet. In fact, they have less than 6 credits, so we don't even have to. So, yeah, let's do this and take out the medium. And we can put resistor on... I think R&D as well. Although this Raven is no good to us at the moment. So next turn we will flip trash trash. Another medium comes down. Are they going to go for more mediums? Yes, indeed. That seems good. So I'm not going to take much to get rid of these, unless we want to boost. Now we'll leave this one at 0. And let's flip this as well. And they bounce. So now they're looking for knived. We can get our observe and destroy, take this out. It removes a tag from them. Oof. What do we want? Well, we can give them tag actually, so that works out okay for us. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Archived, observe and destroy. Observe and destroy, taking out Obelus. And we'll just take a credit. So HQ is looking much dicier now. And they get the other Obelus down. This is quite the battle. So exchange is there. We can flip. We can give them 2 tags. Because we can't do much here. We could put down the kitty. And take a credit. Doing this the hard way. But we can get this scored. We can give them tags to make it pretty much impossible to get out of this, and then just go for the score of the global food, and they can either let us have it or we will exchange it. So they have to look for rebirth into Eddie Kim. And that is kind of what saves them here. So they're coming for HQ. Yeah, happy enough to let them have whatever. They can't afford this. If they take this, we'll just swap. Hard-hitting news. So I think we go for the install advance of this. Could be looking at a siphon. We get another cat. Yeah, this is kind of the sketchiest. So install into a new remote. Advance it twice. They can't afford to shake tags. If they don't run it, we will get ourselves a 3-pointer. Here's siphon. Unsurprising. But we can afford to just go slow. There's the knifed. So at the moment, they are looking to hit good things. So their outs are the other global food, but that doesn't help them an awful lot because we have exchange in hand. We have all 3 cats here, which isn't good for us. Another resistor is pretty great. So there's 1 more food in here, but again, we're kind of okay with them taking it. Could just advance, give them all the tags here, and put a resistor here as well, which might actually be the way to go. So we're not going to kill them. Instead we do this. And we're going to do the really, really slow food score. That is assuming they don't find Eddie Kim anytime soon. Down to 8 cards, they really should have it. So possibly really pushing our luck on this. Especially as 2 breaking newses are still in R&D. Now if they do go as Eddie Kim, they have a 1 in 5 of hitting the exchange. They have a 1 in 5 of giving us an extra point. And of course, we could also draw into boom if they don't keep up this R&D pressure. Unsurprisingly, another Dave coming down. We will res this because it's free and it taxes some tokens. Next turn we can advance, take a credit, advance. Oops, sorry. So, unfortunate that all our kitties have ended up where they are. We won't because we can't afford it. Wow, R&D holding strong, which may provoke them into HQ runs. They are going to go for the global food. We've spent quite a bit of money on it, but at least we can take it out, or take it back, easily enough. So I'd like to find Jackson. What's the best course of action here? They may start running HQ. Data Raven is useless to us. So put this out. HQ instead. I'd prefer to have Jackson to slam this back in. But we only have 1 left in the deck. They are currently charging through. Then again, I don't want them to find the other food and 2 breaking news. So let us exchange this for this before they do go Eddie Kim as well. And take 1 credit. Sure enough. Archangel still there, but not much we can do about it at the moment. And they just get a breaking news with our trouble. Maybe I'm doing the mistake of miscounting points, finding out where everything should be. So, Omer. That makes sense. Sure enough, they are going to get through and get to bounce into R&D, or are they coming for HQ? Coming for HQ. Get the QPM. And now we just need 3 credits. Faust has to break pop-up, which is kind of amusing. They might see the NAPD, but not much they can do about that at the moment. So now we purge. And then we just need to get credits, get this scored, and we're good to go. Unless they can possibly shake 11 tags, they can siphon us again. But like the previous turn where we were trying to slow out a global food, we can just kind of advance and just take money. Or keep ourselves at too low a level to actually make it that profitable. So there's one more food and one more breaking news. But unless they money up, they can't actually win. Because we've got the other breaking news, we have one global food. They're too poor for NAPD, and the other kitty is on the table. Now, they could be building us into a siphon here. Which would be unfortunate, but ends the break sometimes. And they see close accounts, so even if they do try and money up, yeah, this is expected. Surprised they're breaking subroutines. Although, of course, yeah, we could just put money into the trace instead of giving it to them. And presumably trace 4, yeah. They know about the NAPD in hand, so now they're just trying to find everything else. Yes. This weird new pop-up window that asks you how many extra you want to see can be a little confusing. I much preferred when it was just, click medium if you want to access less. Which is usually just, the Jinteki matchup. Aside from that, you're like, yep, give me all the medium tokens you can. So, do they have more siphons is the question. Sweeps here is not great. It was better when Obelisk was giving them actual value. Instead we can credit, advance. No, we need to credit sweeps. How nervous are we of R&D giving up the ghost here? Well, actually it's them running HQ as well. If we credit close accounts, that keeps us below siphon range. It means we can sweeps into advance events. Should be decent. Will it be decent enough is the question. Oh, they're going to lose credit. Amazing. Oh, sorry. So that means no NAPD for them if they should access that. It's likely they're just going to keep charging through R&D. Which means they can get food, breaking news, but NAPD in hand is going to cause them issues, potentially. Oh, boom goes bye-bye. Up to 3. Still no sign of the food, though. And it means they spent a credit as well. It's one less run that they can make. And Turnpike's actually going to be an MVP, because it just keeps chipping away, not leaving them do much. And it means this NAPD is safe as houses in hand. So siphoning us for the 1 credit is pretty much their only out, because we can just sweeps advance, assuming we net 2 credits. Otherwise we click for credit, advance. So yeah, they need to siphon us here. And that kind of is their only option. Otherwise they have to find the food, and they have to get this NAPD plus enough money to steal it. Deja vu for siphon. Yeah, that's smart. That's a really good play. So now sweeps is actually useless to us. But the NAPD is still resting in our account. Which means they will see the entirety of the deck. But not winning here means that they're burned out as well. They'll get the food, more than likely. But aside from that, they've nothing left, no real outs. If they click for 4 credits here, kind of all they can do. We'll just keep slow advancing this. A real slugfest we got going on. They've no cards left. A medium, which... yeah. Omar is a good choice, but we've managed to keep ourselves just poor enough. They will see a ton of cards here. Get the global food, more than likely. But with the NAPD in hand and them on no money, we're kind of sitting pretty. Did we leave anything in archives? That was that moment of, oh god, what have I done? So if they see the NAPD here, they will be pretty second, but they did know about it previously. Obviously they thought we ditched it, but no, we kept it in hand. Seems like a pretty safe place for it. And we survived the onslaught. That was a pretty tough game, but I enjoyed it. I hope you all did too. Definitely check out Beyoken's game. Also check out his channel. He has a really good breakdown of his lower bracket final against Weston, with Timmy Wong commentating as well. So definitely check it out. And thanks for watching.